How about now? Is that any better? Apologies. I didn't see that. I'm going to wait to move forward till somebody gives me a thumbs up that it's working. Ah, perfect. Okay. All right. Well, I apologize that you did not hear what I was talking about on that pumpkin spice coffee. So let's back up and like look at that one more time. Here we got it. Yeah, I guess it didn't like not having a camera plugged in for whatever reason. So anyway, so now we have the camera and we have audio, which is good. Okay, so one of the things I was talking about was the fact that Walmart has this in stock, but they don't have a lot of quantity showing. And we don't know if they're going to restock or not. Like, is this like a one-time shipment of this and then they're done? Or will they get a restock of it? So we went to Histamart to kind of look at the stock and really interested in, take these other people off, just Walmart. So it looks like, you know, they had some stock and then nothing, then they have a little bit of stock and then nothing. So it looks like they come in and out of stock. So there are opportunities between those moments to sell this at a higher price. So you can see the price, you know, pop up. You know, Walmart has the buy box, they go out of stock, and then the price pops up. So for me, this would be something that I would be interested in picking up and either seller fulfilling or send in WFS, because at the price point, I did kind of a little computation here at $13.72 a unit. When you buy one, get one half off. Hang on. And then at the $29.99 buy price, then we're actually hitting the profit that we want and the ROI that we want. So with Walmart, like, you know, the way that they ship items, so like there's 142 in stock for me. And so that's great, but like somebody in, let's say, Nebraska, it might not be in stock. And so you'll end up winning the buy box and getting your item shipped to Nebraska. So things like that where Walmart is not like consistently in stock all the time, I don't mind competing against them because you do pick up those sales for regional out of stocks. And then when Walmart goes out of stock completely, then you also pick up those sales as well. So this would be something that I personally would buy because I have confidence they're going to sell out of it because they do every year. And as long as my dates on the packages are good and I have time to kind of wait for that to happen, then I'm good with that. And picking it up at a sale like this, you know, it's probably the most decent price you'd see on that until it actually clearances out at the end of the season. So then we were going to go look at this fall blend, which is also a seasonal flavor. With Starbucks, they don't produce these year round. They do a one-time production run every year for the seasonal coffees. So they're great because once you run out, you know, you run out. So we can see here, there is a 2-pack 10-ounce listing. There is this 10-ounce listing here. Oh, looks pretty good. No reviews. We come down here to this one. Is this also 10 ounces is what I want to know, because this one has a lot of reviews. So let me actually go to Walmart and look at it. Yeah, 10 ounce. This is great. Okay. Look, just kind of looking at stock counts. You know, we've got people with some pretty hefty stock counts, but the price point is really solid. If we take this and we buy one and we get one half off, so half of $10.79 is $5.40. And so if we average that, so divided by 2, we're paying $8.10 a unit. So at $8.10 a unit, my ROI is really great. My profit is solid. There is a risk that Walmart will come in stock on this, but just like everything else, they will go out of stock of it because it's a seasonal product. So these seasonal ones, I love grocery like that comes and then like it leaves and then the price just continues to rise. So that would be a great one as well for me to pick up during this deal. Let me scroll down and look at that. I'm not sure if this is seasonal or not. So let me just do a quick little search in Marter and see. It says limited edition here. Yeah, it looks like here we've got it for $12.97. That seems really low compared to the Target price. Let's see. We need the seller table to come in. So Walmart has 4, and then one other person has 5. But we've got great reviews on this. So it looks like Walmart could go out of stock, and then the price pops up significantly. So the 23.24 was kind of steady here. So let's just put in $24.99. Let's do our little average price here. Another quick tip, if you're buying one and you're getting one for 50% off, it's the same thing as getting 25% off each one. So $13.72 is our price point there. So $24.99 wouldn't do it in terms of, but if we got up a little bit higher at $29.99, then we're very close to that $4.30 ROI. So that one's not bad, not maybe as good as the other ones. So always look for these kinds of seasonal flavors. There you have your bag pumpkin spice, the smoked butterscotch, and that's just Starbucks brand. So let's go back. It said select food and beverage. Is it all Starbucks? Yeah. So they'll probably run another deal on like the Dunkin' ones. So just, keep your eye out and that kind of thing. And then let's kind of scroll through this ad and see if anything else kind of pops out. Remember, we can't do pet ingestibles. We can't do kind of the health and beauty anymore. So we really have to kind of stick with those things that we can do. So grocery is a great one. Baby products can cause problems with CPCs. School supplies we're avoiding because of CPCs. Dorm essentials I think are great, but also I don't do like Target brands as much. So, but let's look here at the vacuums and see if we see some vacuums that maybe could be a good deal. College kids going off to school are picking up vacuums as well as people. This one is almost half off. Let's look at that. So this would be a great like dorm room vacuum. It's regularly $199. So let's see if this is on Walmart or not. HV301. So it is on here, but not as high as of a price. So it might not be profitable. Yeah, not profitable. So we'll scoot out of that one. We'll look at kind of the appliances here. That's not a good enough discount for me. Blenders would be good. So some of these, this iced one, let's see that one. That's $70 off. And you have to always remember that's off the like manufacturer retail price, and it could be one of those things that they always run discounts on. There's a lot of products like that that are kind of just for advertising purposes. So let's see. There's black. Oh, that price. I like that price. I like this price too. So $80. Let me flip that to WFS. Bet you this is going to be like around $5.95. Great profit, great ROI on this. We don't have a lot of competition on it. I would definitely test buy this. And if I test, I would probably buy one in white and I'd probably buy one in black. I might buy one in gray and just kind of see like which one sells first, you know, kind of start gathering some data for yourself on that. But that, I think that looks like a great buy, especially for college kids. How much is this normally? It doesn't look like that great of a discount. Okay, so that's just Target. That's just doing some like manual sourcing. Let's go to let me do Walmart clearance. If you haven't heard, the CPCs for toys have not kind of come through yet. So if you're still like good with like seller fulfilling toys and you have another outlet, if the CPCs come in, I'm personally still sourcing toys. So like to do Walmart to Walmart flips with toys, especially their current clearance items. So we'll just kind of peek in here and see what's going on. This is good. Looks like a good buy. Polly Pocket stuff is great. I like selling that brand. It sells on Amazon for $20, so they can't go over to Amazon and get it cheaper. So let's see about stock count. Walmart only has 70 in stock currently, and then it goes up to about $14. Let's see, at $14, it's not going to be amazing profit. So I really would need it to get probably closer to that $16, $17 price. Yeah, at $16.95, that's not bad at all. We're moving into Q4 time, guys. This is small. It's light. This would be easy to merchant fulfill. If you WFS it, it's going to be the $345 buy cost. You can see we have 100 plus bought since yesterday and then 200 plus people's carts. Obviously, it's a clearance item, so that's going to be a little elevated there. Let's go down to Histamart. We've got stock drops happening on this. And this is just one of those, yeah, like this thing it's selling. So yeah, I would probably pick up a few of those, maybe save them, you know, wait till Walmart sells through. Or you could throw them seller fulfilled at that higher price and see if you grab the buy box for when Walmart's not in stock for somebody. But yeah, I like that item. Stitch is super popular now. This is usually a Black Friday item, and it's usually about that price. This thing always pops in Q4. So these are large boxes though. So keep that in mind if you want to do something like that. Let's see, Melissa and Doug is usually pretty good, but that doesn't seem like that good of a discount. See if I can find one more. Bratz Stall and Rainbow High. So love both of these brands. I've sold Bratz for 20 years, 25 years. Like they've been around for a really long time, went away. My daughter was like, you know, did Bratz when she was a kid. So let's take a look at this. What they do with dolls like this is they'll have like, this is okay, slumber party Bratz. Those will be out for a period of time and then they go away. And then people will be like, oh, I missed that one. I want to go back and pick that up. So there are people that like collect even these kind of like dolls that are really just dolls to play with. We can see sales are happening here. Walmart is the only one in stock besides Toy Wiz at $36. They only have 112 left. If we're at 36, and we buy this at 18, we've got a really healthy profit here. So again, this would be probably a great pickup going into Q4. You could turn that around, flip it right back over to Walmart, pick up sales as Walmart's going out of stock. You can see I can't get it delivered. I can get it shipped currently, but then once Walmart goes out of stock, I won't be able to anymore. So yeah, so those Walmart to Walmart flips just are really nice to be able to do something like that. All right, next I'm going to take you to Amazon. No, Keepa. I'm going to take you to Keepa. If you don't have Keepa, that's fine. You can kind of do the same thing on Amazon. It's just a little harder. But if you have Keepa, if you're a seller on Amazon, they have what they call Keepa deals. This is very similar to MOA doing Amazon to Walmart. They just do more filtering. But Keepa deals, sometimes things will pop in and be sold out before they can get picked up. So I like to pop in here every now and then and go to Keepa deals. So like if I go to toys and games, it shows me the percent of a discount that they're having for that particular item. So here's like a Beyblade item. Can't say it. Beyblade X, $10.99. You can see it's sold for as much as $34 over here on Amazon. So I'm going to go to the Amazon listing. It's a limited time deal. And then I'm going to search it in Marter. Close Geppetto. Beyblade X Dranzer. Okay, so it's $17.99 over here on Walmart. Oh, this is like I think that's like Dragon Ball Z, maybe? Like a collab? I can't get my mouse to go scroll where I want it to scroll. Oh, why did you do that? Sorry about that. Try that again. I was trying to hover over here. Oh, it just says Beyblade. I thought maybe it would say if it is. It looks Dragon Ball Z like to me. I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, so please don't hate me if you are. Okay, so $17.99. That's going to be a little tight, I think, on this one. Yeah, $10.99 is probably not going to cut it. But let's take a look. We can get our seller count. So we have $14.99, $17.99 has the buy box. They have a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, it could, once these people sell through, it could get higher, but I think that's a little more risky one. So we'll skip that. We'll go back to the deals area. So let me look at deals in, let's see in electronics, if there's anything interesting over here. I've heard a rumor that Walmart's really looking for more electronics stuff. Oh, that doesn't look like it sells very much on Amazon, so I'd probably avoid that. Okay, I'll do arts and crafts. Maybe you'll see something in here that floats our boat. Oh, yarn. Yarn can be good. Let's try this blue yarn. Let's see, it normally is selling over here like 28. See if it's on Walmart. Okay, so here we have a 9-pack, but that price really can't beat it. Okay, so this looks like maybe a no-go. All right, so now we'll go to MOA for a few minutes and see if there's anything that just pops in that we're like, oh wow, that looks like a really great deal. So let's just do retailers. I'm going to go ahead and put in my $4 profit minimum. I put in my 30% ROI minimum. I'm going to go over here to categories because I don't want to see things I can't sell. So I'm going to choose the things that I'm interested in potentially selling. Electronics, food, nope. Home and kitchen, yes. Kitchen and dining, pet, tools, toys, video games. Okay. So let that kind of refresh itself and see what we have here. So we have a pan there. Let's look at that. So Ace Hardware, it's unavailable for me. That's too bad. $64.95. That seems like a crazy price. The price, both of those sellers have that price. That would be a good flip, but it's not available for me, so I have to skip it. I don't have an HEB near me, unfortunately. Let's see. Not sure if that would fall under school supplies, the paint. So I would have to like throw it into my inventory first and see if that actually went and without a CPC request. There's another pan, pot and pan. $229. I don't know what happened to the price, but that was showing up as $19.99, and that's definitely not a $229 pan. So I don't know what happened there. Looks like some kind of website glitch. Does not look like a match. Okay, let's look. Okay, it says HEB. I don't have an HEB near me. If you're in Texas, I'm jealous. But this Nielsen Massey Madagascar Bourbon Vanilla is $4.29, and on Walmart it's selling for $19.98. So that is definitely a good flip. So since I don't have an HEB near me, I'm going to click on this Google and see if it's anywhere else that I can find it. That would be, a good buy for me. So I'm going to go to the shopping tab. This is saying that Walmart has it for $9.98, but that's 2 ounce. We're looking for 4 ounces. Webstaurant, that's a paste. Yeah, guys, if you have an HEB, I would go, I'd go grab that. So, because I'm not seeing another place that's that good to pick that up. I'm gonna avoid pans since we haven't had luck with pans. Here is looks like it was on Target, it's no longer there. Go to the next page. I'd like to find at least one more for you guys. There's another HEB. I want to try to do something that's not HEB. Another HEB. Man, I used to live in Texas, so I know that HEB can be great. Okay, here's Five Below. Most people have Five Below. It's a chalk set. Pokemon Super Hot property right now. It is available to ship, so that makes it even more interesting for a lot of people. Selling over here at Walmart for $23.99. Have estimated sales of 0. Let's see. We have one seller who has 4, but we have 2 other sellers that have won the buy box in July and are no longer on the listing. So that tells me it is selling and selling. These people are selling out. So I would definitely grab a few of those. It's still like chalk season, it's still warm, it's still summer. People will do that even in the fall while it's nice outside. It's a great activity for kids. Plus, it's Pokemon. And when you go to, let's go back to Five Below, to like this chalk set, if you're not into Pokemon, I'm sure they have others. And so let's just kind of do some rabbit trailing from that to see if there's anything else that might be good. Here's a Stitch one. There's, let's see, Paw Patrol and Spidey. Okay, so let's go back over here and let's try Stitch 5-pack chalk. And there it is. Now that one looks like somebody has it marked down to $10. And free shipping. So that wouldn't be really worth it by the time you paid shipping on it. Let's do Spidey chalk set. There's a 5-pack one, but the one that I saw on screen was larger than that. Don't see it. But I am seeing Bluey. I'm seeing Mickey. So let's go back to Five Below. Looks like you don't see any more. Yeah, maybe in store they might have some more options that you could scan there. All right, so I'm just going to stop here for a minute. Let me stop sharing for a moment. I'm going to check any questions over on the Facebook group. So just give me a second to do that. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's see. Don't see anything on either of those websites. If those of you on YouTube have any questions, certainly drop them. I'm happy to talk about them. I think right now, just like what's happening with Walmart, there's definitely some glitchiness going on with shipping. If you've been experiencing things like shipment labels saying single SKU when it's multiple SKU, that seems to be a glitch. Some people are putting inventory into WFS and it's not showing up right away, like literally hours and hours until it finally shows up. So that's creating some problems with shipments. Does chalk count as toys? It depends how Walmart classifies it. So they could classify it in like arts and crafts. They could classify it as toys. So I would put one in inventory and see if any kind of CPC request comes up. I'd give it like 24 hours. For me, I would think it'd be arts and crafts, but you know, it just depends how Walmart has it classified. I'm trying to see if I can see it. So the Pokemon chalk is branded Pokemon. So if you're not ungated in Pokemon, that would be an issue. But I can't see on the Walmart site how it's classified. I've talked to Ito. We've been trying to figure out a way to put the category into Marter so that you guys will know. But they've had to work around all these Walmart glitches. So like they haven't had time to kind of work on that stuff yet. But I'm sure they will get to it very soon. So yeah, so we have some of the glitchiness happening, and then the CPCs for toys are kind of, oh, look at my hand. There's my dog bed. My dogs come up to the office with me sometimes. We don't know when those CPCs are going to hit. My rep told me that they were going to happen at the end of July. So obviously something happened and they didn't. Can I explain a little bit how to read Histamart? Yeah. And that's why I was thinking about doing like Histamart maybe on the next session. But let me find a good product and then I'll share my screen here. Just want to find a product that has like some good history to like show. Share. Okay, so with Histamart, there's like big five graphs, and then there's some additional data. So the first graph that you're seeing is the price history graph. So there's a couple of things that I look for when I'm looking at the price history. One, you can see when Walmart was in stock. So these kind of beige blocks are the points in time that Walmart had stock and they were selling. So we can see kind of what the low price of this was, which was $8. And we can see what the high price of this is. So looks like WFS price is $20.98, and they were winning the buy box. And even out here, somebody's at $21.99. So that just kind of shows you, depending on what the current price is, like how low can the price get, how high has the price gotten in the past, so you can make your buying decisions around that. Obviously, when the price is low is when Walmart's in stock and they go out of stock and the price point comes up. So that's a good sign that for third-party sellers that the price will elevate when Walmart doesn't have stock. The second graph here are the stock levels. So when Walmart was in stock, you can see the decreasing stock levels, and then it looks like they sold out. And then kind of just the stock levels here are not huge. And so I'm just basically, what I'm looking for here is if I see the stock count going down and then going way back up, that means either Walmart restocked or somebody had a sale and a bunch of third-party sellers bought it and sent it in. So I don't want to sell on products that are going up in stock count unless it's just a super fast-moving kind of hot product. Most of the time that for me is a deterrent of something that I wouldn't buy because it's going to be kind of saturated, so to speak. This graph shows you just ratings. So you want to see ratings going up. That means that's consistently selling and people are going in and rating the product. So that's a good sign. And then your offer count, again, so you see over here, there were 22 offers. Then it got up here, went up as high as 36. So people were buying it probably on clearance and sending it in. But now it's starting to taper back down. So now we have less seller count. So that's a good sign on this one too. This one just shows the badges. So there's the bestseller badge, popular pick badge, amount in cart, and amount sold. Having these at all are a good sign of a selling product. If there's nothing on here, it doesn't mean it doesn't sell. It just means it's not selling probably at a really fast pace. So it could be like a steady, slow seller, or it could be that Walmart just hasn't picked it up yet, or it could be it's in a category. So think about the grocery category. Being a bestseller in grocery, it's going to be hard for a lot of products to get up to what they consider bestseller status. But you could, the 50 plus in cart or the 100 plus in cart are good indicators. And then this last one is just kind of showing stock drops that happen. So Walmart, let's see, sorry. So we want to see bars on here. That means the stock it's going out of stock. So basically like here, there was like over 2,000 products that like left the stock. So like that sold. So that was like, I think probably the first time that the product clearanced out. It also coincides with when Walmart went out of stock. So they were tracking stock up here and then like they had basically hardly any left after that event. So those are just kind of like general indicators. Then you can go to the data tab, and there's all of this like product information. You can see the lowest price, the highest price, all that good stuff. I like to go to the offers tab because the offers tab shows me like how many have actually been selling. So Walmart has sold almost 25,000 of units of this particular product. In the last 30 days, they've sold almost 200. But we also see other sellers that are on this and whether or not they have sold product or not. So it's a kind of an indicator again of whether or not as a third party seller, you're going to be able to claim any buy box and sell. We can see this person that sold it at $19.95. So we don't have any sales in the last 30 days at these higher price points, but Walmart's still in stock, so that's not surprising. So that's just kind of like a hop, skip, and a jump over Histamart. This actually, I think, is a good buy. I think I've done this one on a live before. They still are in stock of it, but it's going to be a consistent seller. And once Walmart goes out of stock, looks like they only have 7 remaining. This one should pop for most people. And it should go up because it's got a lot of pieces. It's animals plus Barbie. Those are all good indicators. Hopefully that's helpful. All right. We're going to close it down for today, but I will be back on Thursday. We just kind of hit a little bit on Histamart. So maybe on Thursday, we might do a little bit with AniSeller, which is the spreadsheet tool, because there's a lot of like ways that you can use that, especially if you're getting more into wholesale or distributors. So I think we'll do AniSeller on Thursday at 2 p.m. Central. I appreciate those of you that joined or are watching the replay, and we'll see you next time.